This video was very much meant for you, okay? Also got rejected from all the universities. This was a very depressive time for me, I won't lie. Put the vape down. Manifesting is actually not what you think it is. Doors closing and no doors opening.
No.
Keeping your energy clear. Because having a boyfriend means nothing. Go get a new one. And once you learn that, you really unlock the power that you hold. Hi guys! Hello beautiful people! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, thank you very much for joining us. What on earth is going on? Let's come on in, take a seat, get cozy. I have gotten myself a beverage. I have a little coffee in my adorable mug. Hello! And today I thought I would do a little chit chat, a little talking video as you do. I've got my iPad because we are using modern day technology here, and I have written a little letter to my 18-year-old self, as it were. I don't know, I just thought, let's have a little chit chat, let's have a little older sister advice episode. I recently turned 21 and there has been a lot of change since I was 18. I'm talking both physically and mentally, okay? Like, we are completely different people. Case in point. When I was 18, I'd just come fresh from boarding school, fresh from A-levels. I had no idea what I was doing with my life or what I even wanted to do. Yeah, I was very lost. I had no clue. I went into a gap year straight after school and I grew a lot in that time, but I've grown even more coming out of that. Honestly, if you had shown me like who I am now when I was 18 years old, I like never would have believed you. Ever. But I would have been like so obsessed with her. I would have thought that me now was so cool, and you know what? Like, clock it, like that's actually pretty cool. So this is just some stuff that I wish I knew, and just some little bits of advice that I've learned on the way that may help you out for whatever point in life you're going through, whatever you're struggling with right now. Maybe there's a little inkling in this video that you can get out of it to help you through whatever hard time, whatever trouble you are passing. This video was very much meant for you, okay, if you were seeing it, and we're gonna have a little chit chat together, yeah? So that whole kind of like universe thing brings us on to our first point of topic, which is I am such a big believer now more than ever that everything happens for a reason, and rejection is redirection, and more importantly, protection. Yes, Miss Sophia and Shinsia, the girls' bathroom, if you know, you know. I feel like I very much experienced this firsthand. When I was 18, I really wanted to be an actor and go to drama school, and with that came auditions, and with that came a lot of rejection. I didn't get into a single drama school that I had auditioned for. When I was on my gap year, I also applied for universities. However, I applied for top universities to do economics, which I was very naive in doing because even though I had good A-level results, I hadn't done 3 economic style A-levels, and I also had only gotten an A in my maths A-level, not an A-star. So I also got rejected from all the universities I applied to and had to go into clearing or extra offers. And guys, this was a very depressive time for me, I won't lie, because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even, when I was applying for these schools, it was just an idea that I was like, maybe I should just try this, but like it felt like there was just these doors closing and no doors opening. But I promise you that was so integral in a changing point in my life, because if I hadn't experienced that, I wouldn't have applied to Manchester where I am now. And if I hadn't applied for Manchester and gotten in, then I wouldn't be modeling, because when I came up to Manchester for my open day, I also went to an open day at the agency that I'm now signed with. And in that rejection, a whole new career path, a whole new career opportunity that I never even would have explored if I hadn't been rejected from those universities and drama schools never would have occurred. From that, I have learned that you just really need to trust that things are happening for a reason, and what's meant for you is not going to pass you by. If something is not happening, if something is not working out for you, however much you may want it at the time, maybe that is just not meant for you, and that is okay. Another door will eventually open. You just may not see it yet. So if you're experiencing rejection, girl, been there, done that, got the TV show, just keep going and just keep having faith that eventually things will work itself out. My next little thing, this is more specific to my 18-year-old self, but it is put the vape down. Please, Lord, oh Lord, put that vape down. You think that you need it. You do not. I have now been vape free for like nearly 2 years, and it is the best thing that has ever happened. Vaping was literally eating all of my money, and it was so embarrassing. Like, I was reliant on that thing. Like, if I did not have a vape on me, I felt like I was naked. Like, you know when you're obsessed with your phone and you don't have your phone, you're like, where's my phone? That was me and my vape. Bruh. And honestly, quitting is so much easier than you think it is. I did a whole video where I spoke about about quitting. So if you really are interested in that, then you can go check it out. So if 2026, if one of your New Year's resolutions is to stop vaping, again, been there, got the t-shirt, and trust me, freeing yourself from vaping is the best thing that you will ever do. But trust me, I get how difficult it is, because 18-year-old Rosie thought that day that she was vape free would never come, but she's here. Purr. And you know what we're gonna replace that vape with? Self-help books. I hate to be that girl, but self-help books. Oh, I never thought I would be a reader unless it was. However, self-help books, that's how you know we're growing up, we're maturing, we're bettering ourselves, okay? I love self-help books now. I think they just really keep me inspired. They really keep me motivated to keep working towards my goals. And it really just shows that if you keep like positivity and motivation around you in your environment, if you're constantly surrounding yourself with that, that's going to inspire you to do better things and be a better person as well. And that whole thing about just like keeping your energy clear, do you know what I mean? It's so important. Okay, alongside this, something that I learned when I read Manifesting by Roxana Fusi. Fantastic book, by the way. Oh, if you want me to do like a video on like book recs and stuff, I'd love to get into that. So do let me know in the comments if that is something we would enjoy, okay? Manifesting is actually not what you think it is. Manifesting, girl, I was naive. I thought manifesting was just,
let's write it down and then let's just pray that it comes true.
No, that is unfortunately not true, because manifesting isn't just about writing something down and praying and hoping that it comes into existence. Manifesting, you actually then have to manifest that thing. You actually then have to work towards your goals and live like that person that you want to become. I was just sat there thinking, yes, success will come to me. I am manifesting that one day this will happen. I'm envisioning it and it will come. I don't have to put in any work. People who don't like manifesting genuinely are only seeing one side of it. You can talk about something happening as much as you want, but that isn't going to come true if you don't start acting like it. There is a whole nother side of manifestation that is actioning, and once you learn that, you really unlock the power that you hold, and then it's just about doing. So absolutely have all your dreams, have all your things that you want to come true, but then you have to action that into your life. You have to behave and live your life like you want it to be. And that kind of brings us on to the other thing, which is do it. Actually, all those things that you want to do, just freaking do it, because literally no one cares. 18-year-old Rosie was so in her head about what people thought, and actually for what? I've got to say though, I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace, because I do think that's something that comes with caring so much about what other people think, is being in school. If you are in like secondary education right now, I know how like terrifying that is, especially when it comes to your peers. You're so worried about judgment from people who you went to school with. The most apparent when I was at school or first came out of school, because you know, you're seeing them every day, you're very aware of it. But I feel like one of the joys of being out of like full-time education in that sense is that you don't. Uni is so big. The more time you spend away with people, the less you care about their opinions, because you're not going to see them as much. And honestly, yeah, like I just don't care anymore. Like I used to be terrified to post on social media because I thought, oh my gosh, what would other people think? No one cares. Like, oh, people think it's embarrassing that you're posting on social media. You know what? If they are talking about you, if they are thinking it's embarrassing, good freaking riddance. Like you're not having to see them ever again. So why would you care? And also, can I just say, since starting YouTube, the amount of people from my secondary school who have messaged me saying that they love my YouTube, or that, what camera do you use? Because I want to start YouTube as well. It's not embarrassing, it's inspiring. Okay, so just start it, just do it. Like you have nothing to be scared of. And if people are going to judge you, like you don't want them in your life anyway, because if this is something that you enjoy, if this is part of who you are and they don't like that, good freaking riddance. Period. Moving on. Okay, we're going to hit the relationship side a little bit. All right. 18-year-old Rosie wanted to be loved so freaking bad. Oh my goodness, girl, she wanted a boyfriend so bad. No, I have been single. I have been single for nearly 4 years now, and your girl is freaking eating this shit up. And you know why I'm so glad that I did not have a relationship at that point in time? It's because having a boyfriend means nothing if you are not sure in yourself, okay? I know everybody says it, but it is so true. If you cannot love yourself, you should not be in a relationship with somebody, and I stand by that, because that self-validation is never going to come if you are looking for somebody else to give it to you. And also, if you're like sad because you don't feel loved, like you want a relationship to do those couple of things, I get it. Like I still get sad. Like when it comes to Christmas time, I need a big boy. I want a big boy. Like, yes, I would love to have somebody to go to Christmas markets with, or just like do those kind of like coupley things, but nothing's stopping you from going and doing that with your friends. Like you are already so loved by your friends, by your family, by other people in your life. Just because it's not necessarily necessarily a romantic love doesn't mean that you can't still find that same thing in other people. And also, you have your whole life ahead of you to be in a relationship. Like, fingers crossed, there's going to be a point in time that you are married, that you have kids, that you have that partner that you are living your life with, and you are co-living. Like, you are no longer your own entity. You are sharing a bed with somebody else. Your days are now consumed by your partner. So enjoy the time that you have by yourself and actually like reframe your thinking into not that you're missing out on anything, but if anything, you are just soaking up so much time to just enjoy your own company and truly find enjoyment in your own company. Because like I said, there's going to come a point in time when you no longer will have nearly as much of your own company, and you'll be wishing that you spent more time enjoying it and not wasting it away, okay? Alongside relationships, a quote that I freaking love: if you can't change the person, change the person. If you are in a relationship, a situationship, a talking stage, whatever it may be, okay, with somebody and they are not who you want them to be, go get a new one. But also, like, a good book to read, Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Like, you can't change people. As much as you think you can, you can't. Because as human beings, something that's so important in our human nature is our ability to control things. And we will actively avoid change if we feel like somebody else is trying to change us. So if you are trying to change someone, they're just going to retaliate even more. I mean, maybe you can change somebody by like setting an example yourself, but that's really difficult in a relationship perspective. And this actually reminds me of, there was that article that came out from Vogue about how having a boyfriend is embarrassing, and I think people really misinterpreted it. I watched a video that Grace Beverly did, which was so good, basically explaining what that article meant, and it honestly blew my mind. Basically, that article is not trying to say that like having a boyfriend is embarrassing. It's trying to say that if you are lowering your standards to be in that relationship, that is what is embarrassing. Because there used to be a point in time when women were so reliant on men. Like, you needed a man in order to open a bank account or just do things in life you needed a man for. That is no longer the case. You don't need a man for anything. Like, from a livelihood perspective, you no longer need any reliance on men. So back then, when you needed a man for that kind of stuff, if you were having to lower your standards to be in a relationship, it would be understandable, because at the end of the day, that's what you need in order to open a bank account, to do these other things. But now that that's not the case, if you are still lowering your standards to be with a man, girl, why? You may want him, and then if that's the case, we need to do some whole other self-discovery about why you want this man. But you don't need him, so don't lower your standards for it. Yes. And now my last little point that I want to make to my little 18-year-old self, not knowing what you want to do with your life. If there is anybody who is stressing with, I have no idea what I want to do, where I want to be, I would honestly just say, like, take the pressure out of it, because I feel like there is such a pressure to do all these things and have all these achievements and know exactly where you want to be. Especially if you are like me and you are very goal-orientated, goal-centered, it's really hard to not have a trajectory in your life. Honestly, like, it will find you. And I think what's most important is that, like, failure is so helpful with that. My biggest piece of advice to anybody who is not sure what they want to do in life: doing things that you don't enjoy, being in a place, being in a job, being at a school that you don't want to be at, and failing is just as important in working out what you want to do as having successes. So honestly, just try. Like, if there is something in life, whether that be going to university or taking a job, and you're like, I don't know if this is what's meant for me, I don't know if this is my path, I don't know if I want to do this, honestly, my advice would be just try it. Because if you do it and it fails, it doesn't work out, you have the worst time, you are so miserable, you don't enjoy it, you may see that as a failure, but actually that's a success, because you've just closed a door. You've just found that there's something that you don't enjoy, and that is just as successful and just as helpful in working out where you want to be in life as doing something and enjoying it. Just because you haven't found what it is that you want to do, you found something that you don't want to do, and that's important too. That's going to help you work it out. There's another quote that I love that's really great: if you were 5 failures from your dream goal or your success, how quickly would you make those failures? Pretty quick. So don't be afraid to fail and just try new things, because it's so much fun and you will be so proud of yourself. Whew, okay. Well, I have been yapping for a hot minute, but I hope you enjoyed all my unsolicited advice. Honestly, I love videos like this. I feel like I love my older sister advice, okay? I love yapping, so if you do enjoy these kind of videos, let me know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that jazz you already know. And if you are new here, I also do weekly vlogging, so make sure that you check that out. I'll have it linked in the description. But as always, show yourself kindness, show yourself grace, and show yourself a little bit of love today, however that may be. I love you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, love you. Mwah.